So here's the deal. I, Substitube, set out with a goal to make a dozen or so new Pokemon moves. I came back with 101. 101 moves for you, the aspiring move creator, to use however you want. These moves are merely conceptual. They're not all balanced, they're not all practical, but they were sure fun to make. Enough with the chit chat. We got 101 move ideas to go through. Number 1. Aura Blade. Think of this as a physical hidden power equivalent, but in energy blade form. A different type of blade is made depending on IVs. A Psi blade, a Volt blade, a Key blade, you name it. Number 2. De-Evolution Beam. Inspired by the Devolution Spray card, the De-Evolution Beam reduces a Pokemon's stats to its previous evolution. Overpowered? Maybe. Cool? I'll let you decide. This move will fail if the target is already affected or has no previous evolutions, and it wears off after 2 turns or on switch. Number 3. Inverse Room. For the same amount of turns as Trick Room, all type weaknesses and resistances are opposite. Number 4. Mirror Room. Entry hazards on either side are swapped while the room is active. Play Dead. This is an increased priority status move. If the user is hit immediately after using this move, it will falsely faint due to a critical hit, when in actuality it is sent back to the bench. The team preview will reflect this trick until it is sent out again, and this move will fail if the user has no teammates left to switch in. Number 6. Rainbow Wave. It's a signature move that fires a beam of every type. It's always super effective. Number 7. Timeout. Timeout is a clock-based move. Its base damage does 10 times the hour of day. Number 8. Training Room. EXP yield will double if this room is active. Number 9. Type Swap. The user exchanges type with his target. It's like Skill Swap for types, or a two-way reflect type. Number 10. Bug Swarm. As a spin-off of Beat Up, it has a higher base power with an added constraint. Bug Swarm gives an additional hit for every bug type on your team. Number 11. Hell Swarm. Okay, so the name might not get past the censors, but Bug only has a sparsely distributed Mega Horn as its strongest attack. As a highly damaging special attack, Hellswarm could also cause confusion. Number 12. Pester. A bug version of Pursuit. The user bothers the target until it runs away. Instead of dealing double damage to the target as it leaves, like Pursuit, it deals double damage to the incoming opponent. Number 13. Pollinate. The user covers its limbs in pollen and spreads it over the field. It has a small chance of sprouting Leech Seed. Number 14. Silk Screen. This move is only usable by Caterpillar and Cocoon Pokemon. The user wraps itself in silk. Both defense and special defense are raised. Number 15. Black Hole. Black Hole is the signature move that fires a black hole. I don't know what you expected. The target will not be able to escape. Number 16. Nitpick. Like Taunt, this effect lasts a few turns. When active, the target can only use moves that share its own typing. Number 17. Sidestep. Turn 1. Vanish from battle. Turn 2. Attack an inactive Pokemon on the enemy team. Number 18. Trash Talk. This spreads rumors about the target's trainer, making it doubt and become disobedient. This fails if used on a wild Pokemon. Number 19. Vendetta. With this move, The user follows the target relentlessly, stabbing them in the back. If the user is hit while using Vendetta, the move's power increases each time. The power resets if the move misses, or if a different move is used. Basically, it's Rage with a higher base power, Dark typing, but a lower multiplier. Number 20. Domination. Based on Skyrim's various dragon shouts, Domination is a powerful roar that shakes the enemy's spirit. It lowers attack and special attack. Number 21. Dragon Lance. It does 4 times the damage to dragon types. This would be the signature move of a specific dragon slaying Pokemon. Number 22. Lash Out. Lash Out is meant to be paired with Outrage, Petal Dance, and Thrash. It always hits through confusion, and will double damage if the user is confused. Number 23. Lurk. The user lies in wait, waiting for a more opportune time to attack. This status move, when used, makes its next attack do 3 times damage. This fails if the user is hit while lurking, however. Number 24. Stormrise. Stormrise immediately cures sleep and raises special attack and speed. The user of Stormrise must also be asleep for it to work. Number 25. Chain Bolt. Chain Lightning is pretty popular in the fantasy genre. Chain Bolt hits up to 3 times, randomly targeting the enemy's active Pokemon. The first target takes 30 damage, the next 40, and the last 50. If only one target is available, it will receive all 3 bolts. Number 26. Emp Field. A shot pulse is sent out, scrambling electronics. As a sort of gimmick, this field temporarily forbids the use of moves learned by TM and HM. Number 27. Ion Beam. A beam that charges the ground. It's super effective against ground types. Number 28. Jumpstart. As the owner of a well-used car, I've had my battery die on me a couple times.
What the hell?
From those brief moments of pure frustration, I give you the move Jumpstart. It heals the target based on how aggressively you tap A while it's active.
Come on!
Number 29. Short Circuit. A counterpart to the fire type move Burn Up. It loses its electric type right after, unless the move Charge is used the turn before. Number 30. Stun Gun. Shooting energy through the fingers, Yu Yu Hakusho style, this move has a chance to disable the enemy. Number 31. Glitz Blitz. If you think Twinkle Tackle had a funny name, think again. Becoming pure cosmic energy, the user rushes at the opponent like a shooting star. Defense and special defense are dropped. Number 32. Hip Hooray. The user bumps into the opponent 3 times while doing a chair routine. Like Triple Kick, the first turn does 10 damage, the second does 20, the third does 30. It has a chance to cause Encore too. Number 33. Moonhammer. The user forms a physical glowing white hammer made out of moon energy. If it hits successfully, 1 PP is removed from the enemy's latest move. 34. Peekaboo. Special priority moves are a rarity these days. Fairy type has a lot of playful moves, so I thought Peekaboo would be a good fit. Number 35. Pixel Wave. I just like the name, really. As of now, I have it as a Dragon Rage equivalent. 36. Play Tag. It playfully shoves the target to get a reaction. If the target is opposite gendered, Play Tag has a chance to attract. If the target is same gendered, the user switches out and may leave the foe flinching. 37. Replenish. Restore up to 3 Pokemon power for another move. Number 38. Ring Around. A special spellbinding circle traps the target for 2 to 5 turns. Instead of doing damage each turn like Fire Spin or Wrap, Ring Around lowers special attack each turn. Number 39, Haymaker. The user lets down his guard to throw a wild punch. If the hit connects, the opponent may fall asleep. If it misses, the user's evasion sharply falls. Number 40, No Sweat. The user powers through its injuries, overcoming status ailments and debuffs by lowering its own special defense. Number 41, Persevere. Persevere forces one last action before the user collapses from exhaustion. One learned move, excluding Persevere itself, will be used at +1 priority. The user immediately faints after. Number 42, Hard Boil. It's a fire move that's super effective against water. Number 43, Heat Vision. Remember how powerful Leer looked in the older generations? Now just imagine if that did damage. Heat Vision is a signature move that never misses. Number 44, Immolate. Immolate sets the user on fire, giving it the burn status. This overwrites paralysis and poison. Made with guts and flare boost in mind, the idea is to have Immolate free up the item slot normally taken by the flame orb. For non-fire types, the burn applies normally. For actual fire types, Immolate disregards their immunity to burn. The attack drop and residual damage won't apply in this case. Number 45, Night Breeze. Cold air is blown. The target may freeze if it's nighttime. Number 46, Nosedive. Inspired by Firo, Flame Charge, Nosedive always raises speed by 1 on contact. Number 47, Tunnel Wind. Instead of doing damage, Tunnel Wind traps the target and lowers speed each turn. Number 48, Exorcism. This separates the target's soul from their body. It has a chance of disabling the target. Number 49, Fog. Remember when Defog actually removed fog? This move plays around with that mechanic, creating fog as a weather effect for 2 to 5 turns. To make fog less annoying than its Gen 4 appearance, maybe have certain types immune to it. Number 50, Ghoul Breath. A reduced priority move that phases out the opponent using halitosis. 51, Phase Shift. The user passes through a solid surface, leaving behind residual spirit energy. It raises evasion with each hit. Number 52, Poltergeist. It does 70 damage plus 10 for each fallen ally. Number 53, Reaper Mark. It's the ghost equivalent of Leech Seed. With a simple touch on the opponent's shoulder, this move leaves the searing curse mark that slowly drains life. Spooky, huh? Number 54, Sacrifice. It's a reduced priority move that revives a fainted teammate to half health. The user of this move faints immediately after. Number 55, Summon Ritual. Summon Ritual channels the spirit of a fallen ally. The summoner then transforms into it. Number 56, Grass Cutter. A terrain move that does double damage in tall grass. Number 57, Hook Vine. A harpoon-like vine latches onto the target. Once latched, the target will take additional damage when switching out. Number 58, Psycho Herb. Inspired by Oranguru because never mind. Psycho Herb has a chance to confuse. Number 59, Timberfall. The user rolls on a log continuously, doing increased damage each turn. It's the grass counterpart to Rollout. Number 60, Devastation. You know, to protect the world from devastation. Yeah. An apocalyptic disaster occurs 3 turns from now. At the moment, Devastation is only a ground equivalent of Future Sight. I just really like the name. 61, Landslide. A rock slide equivalent, Landslide hits only the opponent's side of the field. Number 62, Pitfall. Another Team Rocket inspired move. The target is buried underground, emerging only when it uses its next attack. This is meant to be paired with Earthquake. Ground Pokemon are unaffected. Number 63, Stampede. I have an animation for this one. It's a weaker but better distributed version of Boomerang. It tramples the opponent 2 times in a row. Number 64, Black Ice. This entry hazard turns the opponent's side of the field into a slippery ice rink. On sendout, grounded foes will keep going and crash. Enemies that resist ice will not receive damage. The rest get fixed damage based on their speed stat. Number 65, Cryo Sleep. The user overrides any status ailment and freezes itself. It becomes immune to physical attacks until thawed. Number 66, Frostbite. The user makes contact with a single touch, causing ice to spread. It has a chance to burn the foe. Number 67, Slush Ball. It's an ice move that's super effective against fire types. Number 68, Winter Bolt. A terrain-based move that doubles damage in snow. The user creates crystallized spikes. If there's ever a special attacking ice type with Technician, I'd like to see this move used. Number 69, Cataclysm. A different weather effect occurs each turn for 3 to 5 turns. Number 70, Colorless Beam. It's a special beam that always does neutral damage. Number 71, Downsize. Damage is calculated based on level difference. The higher the level of the opponent, the more base power this move has. Number 72,
It is time for you to be equalized.
Equalize. It changes the target to a normal type, taking away any elemental advantage. Number 73, Gamble. As a signature move, Gamble has a random secondary effect with each use. The effect can either be beneficial or harmful. For instance, one hit can raise speed, the next can sharply raise the opponent's attack. Using this move is a gamble in itself. Number 74, Giga Voice. This one's just for fun. The damage is based on how loud you scream into the mic. Number 75, Holographic Beam. It's a terrain move that does double damage if in the Wi-Fi arena. Number 76, Biogenesis. The signature move of a Pokecrystal inspired legendary. This is Poison's Outrage counterpart, attacking 2 to 3 turns in a row before getting confused. Number 77, Chem Thrower. It shoots a glowing green flame with a chance to burn. 78, Dart Poison. If hit, it poisons the target. If the target attempts to switch out, it badly poisons as they leave. Number 79, Irradiate. This causes edible healing items to do damage instead. HP berries will do damage equal to the amount usually healed when consumed. Irradiated leftovers will do damage equal to the amount usually healed each turn. This wears off after 5 turns, on switch out, or if the item is disposed of. Number 80, Liquefy. Pardon the graphic image of Pokemon melting. Liquefy is super effective against steel. Number 81, Nerve Gas. The gas has a chance to disable the foe. Number 82, Pesticide. I'm no stranger to having a house infested by bugs and rats. This move is for the best. It's super effective against bug and rodent Pokemon. Number 83, Pollution. Pollution is super effective against fish and birds. Give a hoot. Don't pollute. Number 84, Feedback. It's a psychic equivalent of punishment. Base damage is determined by how many positive stat boosts the opponent has. Number 85, Mind Zap. Mind Zap has a chance to paralyze. Number 86, Palm Read. Palm Read reveals the nature of the opponent. This helps to determine what kind of set they're running. Number 87, Psionic Storm. Ripped straight from StarCraft, it combines Overheat and Blizzard. Psystorm hits multiple opponents, but sharply lowers special attack. Number 88, Blast Off. I think it's pretty clear what the inspiration is. The user creates a sandstorm and then switches out. Number 89, Boulder Dash. Encased in rock armor, the user charges at the opponent. If the user does not receive any damage before the move lands, Boulder Dash does 85 damage. If it gets hurt, it only does 60 damage. Number 90. Cave In. A terrain-based move that does double damage if in a cave. Number 91. Petrify. This move traps the target for 2 to 5 turns. When finished, the foe becomes a pure rock type. Number 92. Harden 2. This move is more of a buff to the regular Harden rather than an entirely new move. When Baton Pass, the user will not take any damage from entry hazard. Number 93. Pinpoint. An attack that always raises accuracy with each hit. Number 94. Scrap Cannon. A move that hits 2 to 5 times. Has a chance to drop spikes onto the field. Number 95. Shield Bash. A steel counterpart to Psy Shock, it uses defense to calculate base power. Number 96. Sledgehammer. It's a terrain-based move that does double damage if inside a building. Number 97. Transmute. The user becomes a pure steel type. Number 98. Aqueduct. It raises defense and special defense of all grass Pokemon on the field. Number 99. Decontaminate. It's super effective against poison types. Number 100. Seasickness. It uses a wave to rock an opponent back and forth, making them sick. It has a chance to poison. Number 101. Undertow. A terrain-based move that does double damage if inside water. Whew. That was a really long list. I don't think I'll ever do that again. So, what do you think of these moves? I think they'll be pretty useful. You can use it for your fake Pokemon cards, your new ROM hack, whatever. Feel free to change them if you want. Heck, even post your own ideas down below. And if you like this video, become a subscriber for more Pokemon idea related videos. Till next time, I gotta move.